Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to do Rachel's challenge, the one that she had last Friday. It was using the extra pieces that we had left from the challenge before, so I have these pieces that are left, so I'm going to use those. Now I'm going to do mine just a tad bit different than what she did. Not that I don't love hers, I absolutely do, but I wanted to do them where I put the piece on here, but it shows through so that we can use this almost as a journal card with a pocket, if you know what I mean. I'll show you what I mean. Let's just start out, and I'm using some thicker paper. The reason being is I want this paper to make this pretty strong. So see, if I put that on there with it showing through, then you can journal on the back of this. Now this is a little bit wide, so we're just going to trim it off. Trim it off. And I've just pulled out some various things. I don't know what I'll use. Don't have a clue yet. But I thought, well, if I make them the other way, then I'm going to have to clip them in, if I do them the other way, if I'm going to use them as journaling cards. And then I'd have to, I couldn't journal on the back, I could just journal on what I put inside there. It would help if I'd put that the right way up. Yeah, I like that. And then this little piece I'll fold down. Okay. All right. First, we're going to close up these little pockets, but I am going to ink here first. I think I'm going to punch me a little pull. I hope it'll punch in this. This is our thick vellum, so maybe it will. Yep, it does. So I'm going to punch those first real quick, and then we'll ink this part because I want my pocket to show. I want it to stand out. Now, you definitely do not have to ink. Rachel doesn't ink. And I had someone that told me that when I said that Rachel doesn't ink, they said, well, Rachel doesn't ink because everything she uses is vintage. No, Rachel doesn't ink. If you'll listen to her, she doesn't ink because she doesn't like it. And she does use a lot of antique images that are already, you know, dark. But she doesn't really like to ink, and that's fine. A lot of people don't. I love it, so that's why I ink. You can tell by my mat. But it doesn't bother me to get ink on me and, you know, be able to have that vintage look on certain things. That doesn't bother me. Okay, do we want to put that on there? Ooh, I kind of like it on that one. Let's see. I think we will put it behind the pink one. Now, I used various vellum on mine last week because I liked the different looks that it gave me. So that's what we're going to do. Now this one's a little bit wider than the card, but I don't care about that. That doesn't matter. You don't have to trim it off or anything. Just kind of center it up and put it on there. Now, the question becomes, what do I put this down with? And I'm thinking that I'm just going to use some Barely Art. Barely Art shouldn't warp our vellum, and it should be very forgiving as far as showing through. Now, when it dries, it won't show through. When it's wet, it's going to show through. But I'm just going to put it around the edges, just a little bead around the edge. Because I can always go back and stitch these if I need to. But I'm just putting a little bead around the edge. And my little bead goes really, really crooked because I can't I can't glue straight to save my life. Okay. I'm just going to center it as best I can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Alright, I like that. I'm just going to flip it over and make sure that I press that glue in really, really well on there so that my little piece on the back won't come off. Now, if you want that perfectly the same size as this, you can trim it off. I don't mind that. So see, my glue doesn't show through, and it's holding. Now I'm going to glue these little side pieces with some washi tape that I have. I've got an abundance of washi lately, so I thought, why not use it up? Well, not use it up, but, you know, use it. So this is some that I got the other day, and I have a video on it. I got it from the washi tape shop, and I've got, there it is. And I've got quite a bit of this, and I did share some with Melina. Okay, so I'm just going to close that up with washi. I don't want to staple it or glue it. I'm just going to close it like that. I've still got my full pocket, as you can see, but it's closed up. Plus, I let it wrap around to that, so it gives a little bit extra support back there too. And your washi doesn't have to come all the way from top to bottom on this. As long as you've got a little bitty edge closed up, you're good, because we're not going to put anything in that pocket that's going to be so big that it's going to fall through. Or going to be so little that it's going to fall through, I should say. Alright, there we go. So I've got that and that. Now you could close it with book pages like we did last week's. Doesn't matter. And then I'm just going to fold that little piece there over. I'm not going to cut it off. I could, but I'm just going to fold it over. Just more support. Okay. Then you've got all of this journaling space on the back. Like that. I like it. And I'm going to go ahead and round these top corners. There we go. Now we can put a little something right there. And I think I might use some of these little pieces that I got from Journal Say yesterday. I did that video. I just posted it a little while ago. If you want to check it out. Oh, I like that. It's got that little bit of pink in it. And then I think across here, what do we want? You know, this is a little piece that I glued on that. I don't know if I can tear it. Nope. It's that washi that we glued on this coffee dyed paper. And I'm thinking about putting that down. It's a little bit too narrow. I think I will just tear me a piece of paper. Piece of book page. Yeah, I like that much better. Okay. We're going to put a piece of book page down there. So how are you guys doing? Is everybody doing okay? I hope so. I have actually had a pretty good day today. Alright, I know that's a sticker. It just takes me a minute to get a hold of it. And I'm going to put that, I think I'm just going to put it at an angle. I don't want it to look so planned. And let's see, do we want anything else on there? I might want a little label up here. And I cannot pick them up for some reason. Oh yeah, I want that up there. And I'm going to do each one as I go, and that way I can have it finished, hopefully, and ready to go in a journal when I get to the end. And then I'm just going to put a little ink around my vellum. And then that's a nice sturdy pocket. It's a pocket tag. You can journal on the back. Now, she punched a hole in hers and put some sari silk in there. Let me see. Let me see what I have. All right, I have some sari silk. I may put seam binding in some and this in some. Okay, let's find a card that we can use to go down in there. I thought about that one, but that's a little bit too much floral, I think. But I may not have anything else but floral. Well, I like that one better in there, though. Let's see what else we might have. We could use one of these. I don't know, I kind of like this one better. So let's put that one in there. And then you can journal on the back of that one as well. So that one is finished. So let's do this one. And again, I'm going to make sure that I ink right here before I close that up. Then let's find an image that we want to put on the back of that. I like that one. This is kind of almost a yellowish, and I kind of like that behind it. So we're going to put that back there. I'm going to trim this little bit of white off. Then we're going to go ahead and ink it up. And put our little touch of glue around it. Now I'm just wiping off where I got a lot of extra glue. Okay. Then make sure that you press that glue in well. There we go. All right, I like that. And then we'll fold that piece over. Go ahead and glue it down. You could cut it off if you want to use that, but I think folding it over is going to be fine with me. You can still write on vellum, so you could write on that if you wanted to. And then we'll close our little pocket up with some washi. Let's use a piece of this. Now, I ended up tearing that one, butchering it pretty good. So I'm going to tear on down little ways. That is very, very sticky. It's really hard to get off of that roll. Okay. Just going to do that. Put another piece. Oh, I got washi everywhere stuck to me. Put another piece over here. And I'm not trying to even them up. I'd rather they not be even. So that's why I'm putting one closer to the top than the bottom. But that's still going to hold that little pocket together without any problem. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and ink around the edges of this. And then we'll find something to put here. So I think we will put this on this one. Played around with it just a little bit. And I think I like that combination. So I'm going to go ahead and put some Barely Arts glue on here. Okay. And then this little label. Right there. And then I think I'll put that butterfly up there. I know it's got blue in it, and there's no blue down here to amount to anything, but I kind of like the contrast. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up there. just to give it a little bit more. Right, now we need something to go in the pocket, and I thought this might look okay in there. Yep, and it fits perfect. It's just a little vintage postcard. Alright, so we'll slide that down in there, and that one is ready to go. Okay, let's look at this one. I have just gone and put a few little images behind them just to see what they look like. I don't know if they'll stay that way, but I went and got a bottle of water, and while I was doing that I thought, well, I'll just slip some images behind there and see what they look like. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I don't mind that. Now this is kind of a yellow vellum. I don't remember where that came from. It's a little bit harder to see through, but I think this image will be okay behind there. And again, we're just going to, and I've got my, we're just going to put a little bit of glue around the edge. If I can drive my glue, drive it straight. Okay. And then we'll glue this down. Okay, I got that one a little bit crooked, but I'm going to leave it. Because if I try to take it up now, my glue's not going to stick well, so I'm going to leave it. I think it'll be fine. No problem. Make sure you press that glue in well. Okay, so we're going to glue this little piece down. And then we'll embellish. And I think we'll use a little piece of this washi maybe. Nope, I don't like that blue with it. Maybe we'll use a little piece of this. One thing about these little closures they put on here, they mean for them to stick. They're very, very sticky. Okay. So, up to right there, there is no images on here. And then we got a real sticky piece right there. So let's cut that and cut that off because that's so sticky I don't want to use it. Let's see what we got here. I think we can put that right at the top and we won't have a problem with this little pocket sticking down. And yeah, the writing is going to go sideways, but I don't care about that. It doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, then just put it the other way. You could put it like that. Again, we're going to put it close to the top. That way our little top edge is glued down and we don't have to worry about this down here. I like that. And you know what I forgot to do? Yes. Yes, I did. So I'm going to open that up as best I can and put a little ink right there. Alright, let's go ahead and round the edges. Right, now it's time to decorate and then put a little image in there. We could do that. This is a little ticket and it just says beautiful on it. Okay, and this is a little flower, and I'm just going to ink around to cover up the white edges. There we go. So we'll put that down there. And I think on this one, I'm going to tuck the ticket a little bit behind like that. And I may put something else right there. I don't know. I haven't decided. I feel like that's empty, but I don't think it needs too much. Yeah, I like that. Alright, whoops, didn't glue that down well. Now, do we want to put something up here? Just some little something. Okay, I don't think so on this one. I don't think I want anything up there. Don't know why. I'm just not feeling it. So let's put something in here. Let's see what I've got here. Got that little card. That would go in there nicely. We might do that one. We've already got a lady on the back, so I don't want to put another lady on there. That would go, that's a little bit tall. Let's just use this one. That'll work. And it's cut kind of at a ragged edge, so I'm going to go around it and just do my scissors back and forth. Make it look a little bit more ragged than what it is. Now we've got that cut. A little bit ragged. I hope you're not hearing my stomach. It is talking to me today. It's wanting food. So it's growling. I fed it a banana a little bit ago. What's the problem? All right, we'll tuck that in. Let's tuck it in the other way so that we'll be able to see that on there. So there we go. We've got that one finished. Well, we don't have it finished. We didn't put anything in the top of this one either, did we? There we go. We've got that. You hear the wind getting up? I'm telling you. That stuff is blowing around out there. Is that the one I had that in? No. I don't know if we got another storm coming in or what the deal is, but I'm tired of storms. That's the only thing I don't like about spring. I love spring as far as the weather and everything blooming and coming to life and all of that, but oh my goodness, we have such terrible tornadoes and storms around here that I don't like that part of it. All right. Now we'll tuck that back in, and we got those 3 done. All right, let's go on to this one, and I thought that big rose looked really pretty behind there. That's the card. I don't think it's got a little bit of white around the edge. Instead of trimming it off, I'm just going to ink it because I don't want it any smaller. So I'm just going to ink that little bit of white up. It will be fine. Yeah. And then we'll put a little tiny bit of glue on it. I had somebody tell me the other day, she said, it tickles me to death when you tell us that you can't drive your glue straight. She said, the reason being is because I can't drive mine straight either. She said, but I never thought about it that way as driving my glue. I cannot go straight to save my life. But good thing we don't have to, do we? Okay. Fold that over. As long as it glues, I don't really worry about whether it's straight or not. Okay. There's that. And now, let's go ahead and round the corners while I'm thinking about what I'm going to put on the bottom down there. I'm thinking I might want to go back to this washi. I've got another piece of it here. And let's just tear it in half. And I'm going to use that on either side. And this is the washi that has the backing on it. I know I didn't say that the other day. And somebody said, I don't understand what you're doing. You're pulling something off of the back of that washi. This is the kind that has the backing on it, so it's not like just rolling it off the roll. It's a little bit different. I kind of like this better. It lasts a lot longer because most of the time when you have washi that just pulls off the roll, sometimes it will get really, really sticky like this one is if you don't keep it in a real cool place. So it's a little bit harder to get off than these that have the backing on them. And yes, I forgot to do that again. Let's go ahead and ink up before I forget that. This one got bent a little bit, so it's a little bit rugged there, but it's okay. Right. Now I have just some of these little pieces here. I think I used that one already, so we won't use that one again. I have this little piece. Oh, I kind of like that there. I may put that there and not even put anything else. Or I could put a little piece of something down through here. What about if I do that? This is that little piece of washi that I stuck to that book page. Or coffee dyed paper, really. And I just cut it really rugged looking. We might glue that there. And then I'll trim this one down just a little bit and put it on this side. Yeah, I don't mind that, except on this one, I'm going to round the corners. I don't want it to look so squared off. Yeah, I like that. Go ahead and glue this down. So if you want your washi on an image like this or over something, you can just glue it down and then cut it out like you want to. I just glued that down on that paper that I had on my desk just to show what it looked like. Is that, which way's right side up? That way. The crown is up there, Edith. There we go. Okay, I like that. And then I think I might just use a little, one of these little tickets up here, maybe. It might be too big. Let me look at it. Yeah, I think that's a little bit big. Let's use something a little bit smaller. Let's just put that there. I don't mind that. And that's just a little, I don't think this is a sticker. Let's see. As sure as I say it's not a sticker, it will be. No, it's not. So there is that one. And then we can put a little card in there. Let's see. What card do we want to include? That would be a little bit big, I think. Put the ballerina in there. No, that's too big. See, I like doing the washi on the edges. You've got all the area that's your pocket, so it's not as hard to slide things down into. Okay. And I just rounded the corners, and now I'm going to ink a little bit on it. And that's one of my faves. It's like a journal, a little journal card. No, it's like a little journal piece with a flower and everything on there. I like that. So there is another finished. Oops. Yeah, we always forget to do our little topper, don't we? And you could do a different topper, not a tie. You could do a little tab on the top or whatever you would want. I think in this one I'm going to put a piece of seam binding. So I'm going to set that aside for right now. And then we'll do this one. And I chose that blue to go behind that one because I thought that was pretty. I'm going to trim this little bit of white off, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I've got room. So if you did Rachel's challenge last week and you have those little pieces left, the little vellum pieces, this is a good way to use them up and have some beautiful things for your journal. Okay. Now let's see if that's going to fit. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to squish that glue down really well. And it is almost as tall, so we have very little to fold over on this one. There we go. Now you can see that glue, the little line right now, but when that dries, you won't be able to see that. Just make sure that you press it in really, really well. Okay, let me figure out what I'm going to put on the edges here. I think I have what I want to put on this one. I'm going to use this washi. I'm going to try to make this kind of in a blue theme. I just dumped out my whole little box of garbage, so I had to stop out and clean that up because it was everywhere. I dropped my scissors on it and it went all over the place. Fumble fingers. That's what you can call me. So put that down through there. Fold it around. There we go. I like that blue. It's pretty. And then I thought I would put this blue flower there. And I did ink it up a little bit because it had a lot of white on it. But I'm going to put that there and then that there, I think. I like that. I like that combination. We'll kind of tilt this flower because I don't want to have to trim too much of it off. It's a little bit big, but I don't want to put a little one on there. But if I tilt it, I don't have to trim but just that one little bitty piece of leaf off there. Alright, I like that. Then I have this little bluebird, and I thought I would put him up there. It looks like he's just flying over the ladies in the background. There we go. Got him down. And do we want to put a label or anything on there? Let's see, what do I have here? Well, I have a blue label. That would be okay to put that there, I think. Makes it look like that's a little sampler thing. Oh, I forgot about trimming my corners off. Let's see. Let's do them really small. Use the smallest one. This has got 3 different size corners on it, so we'll just use the little one. And then I thought I have 2 different little tags to put in here. Uh-oh. Did I glue something together? Of course I did. Nope. I've got that one that we could put in, or I have this one. And I'm thinking I like that one better. I like the lighter color rather than the dark. Since we've got a lot of blue going on back there. So journaling card. So we will tuck that in there. And then again here, I think I'm just going to put some seam bonding at the top. And depending on where this is going to cut, well, it'll cut right between, so we can do that. You can see it at the photos at the end where I put my seam bonding in. And I thought about this little piece on the back of here. I think this video is going to be a little bit longer You guys have been getting off by me only posting short videos. This one's going to be longer. Oh, me. It wasn't intentionally that I was posting some short ones. It was just the things that I was making didn't take very much time. Okay, let's fold that around. Let's see. I'm going to cut part of that off. I don't need all of that folded around. And no, I didn't cut it too straight, but that doesn't bother me. Really doesn't even show. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and round the corners before I get so carried away and I put all kinds of stuff up there. And then we need some washi to go here. And I think I'll just do this. It's just like a script washi. Oops. And it's very, very sticky. Now, I am going to. My son-in-law makes all kinds of fun of me because I say I'm gonna. He'll say, you're gonna do what? I said, well, I'm gonna bust your rear end if you don't hush. Oh, me. Me and him having a lot of fun. He makes fun of some of the things that I say. Not that he is so proper, but he has to be a little bit more proper talking in his job than I do. I mean, I probably should talk a lot better for you guys, but you know what I mean. But so he gets so tickled at me. All right, we've got that on there. I like that script with that. That's pretty. Now what are we going to decorate it with? So let's start out with a little piece of book page. I like this script on this. It's very old. Then we'll decide what we want to put on top of it. Let's put a piece of this greenery on this one maybe. We'll probably have to cut it off, but that's okay. I just feel like it's got a lot of flowers and I don't want to add to that. So we could put that there maybe. Nope. Don't like that one there. We could put that on there and then maybe a butterfly. What do we think about that? You guys want to do a butterfly on there? Yeah, I like that. Let's just do it. We will have to cut a tiny bit of this sticker off, but that's okay. We'll kind of angle it as much as we can without making it look weird. Then I'll go ahead and put this little butterfly down. There we go. Then we'll trim that. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot better than more flowers. But I think we can use a little label across there somehow. Alright, let's put this little bitty label on there. And it just says Imagine. Let's see. Where do I want it? I think I want it right there. Right on the base of that. So that's good, I think. Even it up a little bit. And then I think I want something up here. Maybe a number. So I'm going to cut out one of Betty's numbers. Remember that she also has a lot of these numbers and things on her site now that she will print off for you on adhesive paper. So that way you don't have to worry about having a printer. You just purchase them and she can print them off and you can receive them. And they're already on sticky paper. Let's put it over here. Okay, that one is finished. All right, let's put this card in this one, I think. It's a little bit tall for it. I'm going to trim this card off just a tiny bit and we'll slide it down in there. All right, let's see what that looks like. Maybe that's enough. Yes, that works great right there. Okay, that one is finished, all except the top, and I may not even put anything on that one. And then we're going to do this one real quick, and this will be the last one. And this one, I've just got a journal card. Well, this is an index card, and it's got some birds printed on it. And I did get those mason jars made in a larger size last night. If you want to take a look at that, I know I had a few people that said they'd like to have the larger ones. They are now on in the store under our digitals, so you can check those out if that's what you was wanting. I like both sizes, but I did do the larger ones. Whoa, I just slung something else off on the floor. I'm doing good today. Because I've got this big pile of stuff right over here that desperately needs to be cleaned up. So there is that one. And then I'm just going to put some of this washi, I think, down the sides of that. And it'll be ready to decorate. And I trimmed it off a little bit long, so we'll just trim right there. Use that piece for something else. I'm just going to cut this in half. Now this washi you cannot tear. It is like an acetate or a, well, it's kind of like a thin acetate. You can bend it, but you can't tear it. Or I can't tear it. You might be able to tear it. There we go. Around my corners. Then we'll ink. And we'll be ready to decorate this one. Now, since we have birds, I think we need to have some flowers, don't you? Because they like to eat on flowers, I think, don't they? Butterflies do, I know. I don't know about birds. I'm not a bird expert. But I don't know anything that shouldn't like flowers, so we will put, let's see, I need to put a piece of book page underneath that, though. That'll work, that little piece there. There we go. All right. So that's good there, and then I'm going to put a little something up here, and that one's going to be finished. I'm going to put that there. It's just a little tag that runs the opposite direction then. It's running vertical. Okay. And I don't think I'm going to put anything else because I don't want to cover up my birds. And then we're just going to slide a card down in there. Ooh, yeah, that card will work. Let's round the corners. It'll make it not look quite so big. This is just another one of those vintage postcards. There we go. I like that. Okay, guys, that is it. We got them all finished. So I'll lay them out here, and then I will have some shots at the end of them. There we go. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And Rachel's channel will be linked below in her video. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.